Electricity surrounds us at all times. It makes our lives easier, safer, and more entertaining. We rarely truly think about it. But could it be becoming too much? Could the foundation of the modern world slowly be harming us? Before we delve deeper, let's first understand what electricity actually is and how it affects us. Electric current is the movement of electric charges. Their motion generates electric and magnetic fields that spread through space, carrying energy. This phenomenon is called electromagnetic radiation. The term radiation often instills fear in many people. However, radiating simply means emitting. For example, a heater also radiates warmth in the form of infrared heat radiation. Different regions of the electromagnetic spectrum correspond to various types of radiation, many of which are entirely harmless. However, some are not. Very short wavelength radiation like UV light, X-rays, and gamma rays can strip atoms of their electrons, causing burns and genetic damage. And that's often the initial association with the term radiation. The electromagnetic spectrum encompasses many types of longer wavelength radiation, from visible light to infrared light, microwaves and radio waves to electric and magnetic fields. This type of radiation emanates from all sorts of human technologies: cell phones, Wi-Fi routers, power lines, and household appliances. This radiation doesn't attack the molecules in our bodies. However, certain radiation can stimulate muscles and nerves, causing body hairs to vibrate, resulting in a slight tingling sensation above certain threshold levels. Other radiation helps us with preparing meals. Microwaves set water molecules in our food in motion, thereby heating it up. This also happens to us constantly. For example, the pleasant warmth you feel at the beach is nothing more than the sensation of your skin being warmed by the electromagnetic infrared radiation from the sun. Natural and mostly harmless sources of electromagnetic radiation have always surrounded us. However, since the Industrial Revolution, there has been an increase in radiation. The fear of potential health risks first arose in 1979, when a study associated living near high-voltage power lines with leukemia. However, this study was quickly discredited. The connection couldn't be explained, and no causal link could be confirmed. Once introduced, though, this fear lingered in people's minds. As thousands of studies on potential hazards show, radiation is still regarded as a threat. Many people claim to be sensitive to radiation from devices and cell phones. They report symptoms like headaches, nausea, skin irritation, burning eyes, and fatigue. And these are just the immediate, everyday symptoms. Some studies have found even more severe outcomes, such as a hint of a connection between the side of the head where cell phone usage is high and the occurrence of brain tumors. The focus of science in this matter is less on the direct effects of radiation. It's already known, for instance, that X-rays directly damage genetic material, whereas the same doesn't occur with radio waves. Could the weak electromagnetic radiation constantly surrounding us have unknown long-term harmful effects? Finding an answer to this question has proven much more difficult than we thought. There are thousands of primary sources, reports, and statements from numerous organizations, so we've read a lot for this video. Our colleague, May from my lab, has created a great video explaining how this works and how such studies are conducted. You can find her video linked at the end. Be sure to check it out. But wait a moment. Didn't the WHO officially classify high-frequency fields and consistently mobile phones as potentially carcinogenic? Well, yes. However, that only means there's evidence, but no proof, and that we'll keep an eye on the matter. So what picture emerges when we consider the bigger picture? Overall, studies on humans don't provide conclusive evidence that electronic radiation below safety limits causes health problems. There are some statistical correlations, but they're usually weak and inconsistent. If there were clear connections, they would have surfaced in all the available data by now. So, should we be afraid of the radiation from laptops, cell phones, and televisions based on current research? No, we shouldn't. But what about people who claim that radiation harms them? Research suggests they might be suffering from a so-called nocebo effect. If you have a headache and start feeling better after turning off the laptop, you might connect these two things. Once this suspicion takes hold, the mere fear of health damage from weak radiation could make you sick. It's easy to make fun of these people. Most of them don't feel taken seriously, which makes it worse for them. We need to take their suffering seriously. However, it's important to keep in mind that we still have no evidence that electromagnetic radiation below safety limits negatively affects humans. If too much attention is given to perceived dangers in today's attention economy, we're distracted from other things that are actually harmful to us. For example, air pollution can be linked to 4.2 million premature deaths annually. And we can already do something about that today. Still, scientists agree that we need to research more in the field of electromagnetic radiation. People should feel safe, and we want to be sure. Some long-term studies are already underway. For instance, the COSMOS study investigates cell phone usage and its potential health effects by precisely measuring the frequency and duration of phone calls. And as we await the results of these long-term studies, we still have more urgent problems we can address.